Hey guys, it's Mike, the Wrestling Guy Smith, and you're watching All in Wrestling, the premier wrestling TV show that focuses on SmackDown, Raw, 205 Live, and many more. Okay, sorry guys, I just got finished watching Raw, every bit of it. Like I said, there's some things I'm going to talk about. I'm about to break it up into sections like I did. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about, and this is actually pertaining to Raw, and this is actually pertaining to SmackDown tonight, is the wild cards thing that Vince McMahon said in a news story. But I'm gonna get to that later. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the promo section between Vince McMahon and Roman. You know what I think? I don't hate Roman, but that was the most dumbest promo section ever because it wasn't even a full promo section. It wasn't like a full like they didn't even talk. They just all he said the reason why he was like Vince was surprised. You're on SmackDown. What the hell are you doing here? And Roman was like, oh, I just want to show everybody that you're not the authority anymore. No, dude. And then the funny thing is, like after that, then Daniel Bryan came on, thinking that maybe this dude's going to be on Smack, maybe he going to be on Raw, maybe I think he may switch brands or whatever, but it wasn't even it wasn't even the fact it wasn't even that. It was the same thing they've been trying to do, and then they were going to do a rematch. Then Drew comes out here and says, "What do you do?" And he gonna get three dudes. He tried to get three dudes from Raw, three dudes from SmackDown. It's a 6-man tag match. That was a good match, but like I said, it doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't, and I know I shouldn't. Before I even give my review rating, like that was a good segment to make a 6-man tag. Why don't you just make a match, dude? Why don't you let Brian be on Raw or something or trade him or let him do something? Because it clearly means that this dude doesn't got a story, and it clearly means ever since he lost the World Heavyweight title, it's like he doesn't have a storyline. He doesn't have a storyline. This dude's not feuding with anyone. He's not feuding with Miz. He's not feuding with anyone. So this dude will go right back to Kofi and get that feud started, which was a hot feud, which I think it should be working, but he don't got no story. Or put him in the feud with Kevin Owens and Kofi because that would have been a good feud because it would have been a 3-man feud for all three of them want the title. And that's the point. And to answer that question, like how long Kofi should be champion, he should be champion for at least a year. Just at least the 1 year because he hasn't been a champion in a while. Like he doesn't get a chance to be champion, which is really kind of stupid. He could be champion right now and actually make money and just be the WWE champion, but they don't ever think that maybe. And this is what I'm like. I said, I'm not making it a rant video, guys. Like I said, I'm coming with everything. I just feel like this is all we keep seeing week after week with Raw. It's like them dudes didn't even think about it. Because Drew, which I like him, but he has no story. This dude has no story. He has no story. He has no rivalry. He has no championship opportunity. So that's a misusing a bit of a big name talent because he came back for nothing. And he came back because he was in TNA calling himself Drew Galloway, which was cool. And then he came back to SmackDown. I mean, came back to Raw, tried to go into SmackDown. But the funny thing is, which it would have worked if he actually was on SmackDown. He could have been an Intercontinental Champion. He could have had a feud with Andrade. He could have had a feud with Finn. He never had a feud with Finn. He never has one. And that's my point. I don't hate it, but this is what I mean, guys. Like Drew McIntyre is not a bad dude. And I wanted, and I actually, and AJ did, and Seth actually and AJ they got into a brawl, but it was a really good brawl at the end. But like I said, I'll talk about that a little later. Like I said, guys, I don't hate Drew McIntyre. I don't. But here's my problem with Braun. Here's my problem. Here's my problem. My problem is that y'all take these big name talents like Drew, the high maintenance guys, and you don't do anything with him. You don't. And I just feel like it's a waste of time. I feel like you had Braun in the palm of your hand, you had him, and he was doing good. And now it's like he doesn't get anything. He's not even on TV as much. It's like before we even get to the point, or before we even get to the ball game, or before we even get to here, or before we don't even get to here. And this is the point. The only time we hear about Braun Strowman is maybe if this dude actually he'll be in Money in the Bank, and if he actually wins it, the dude will actually get to cash it in. Cause that's the problem right there. Everybody doesn't get that joke. Everybody doesn't get maybe, and this is what I mean. Y'all could have put that dude on SmackDown, didn't do it. They could have put him on SmackDown and gave him a title shot, which would actually made a lot of sense to make him a high maintenance guy. Because the joke is, he is a high maintenance guy. Then, surprisingly, we get Jinder Mahal. This dude's on SmackDown, doesn't get really nothing. He's not really doing anything. But I don't really mind that. But now, we got Samoa Joe, who's the U.S. champion, which won't even defend the title because he has no freaking opponent to defend it except Ray. And Ray wants the U.S. title. But why is he not going after the Universal title, which I don't get? And he could go after the Universal title and be the new Universal champion, just to add to his reputation, to add to his list of belts that he's earned. He's earned a lot of belts. He had the cruiserweight belt. He's had the tag team, the world tag team title, the tag team title belts, everything. He's had world heavyweight championship. And we haven't seen a Rey Mysterio reign in a while. Like, so would it have Money in the Bank on the same night you get the briefcase? The same night. And this is what I mean. And like I said, they didn't even think about adding Samoa Joe, anyone else, which would have made a lot of sense. But SmackDown, that's the problem. That's the thing about SmackDown, that they do it so much better. It's like tonight, the Money in the Bank thing, the blow off between him and Kevin is gonna be crazy because they're gonna have a blow off match. They're gonna have one. The thing is, Daniel Bryan could just win the Money in the Bank, but he don't really want to be in it because he has to really fight to get in it, and he can't use Rowan. He can't. Because there's a controversial finish, and I see it. Because the thing is, and I'm actually going to talk about that wild card situation. It's like I said, I'm going to talk about it. And this is what I mean, guys. The wild card situation, and I think that term is a bunch of bull. I think it's a bunch of crap, because I really feel like Vince is really full of crap because the wild card situation doesn't make any sense. There shouldn't be a wild card situation in WWE. Roman Reigns is not a wild card. That's the point. Y'all had a wild card with Lars Sullivan, but the funny thing is, y'all freaking lost him. Y'all could have got him to make him ratings to actually put him against Roman to see if he can beat him. Because the thing is, if he could beat Roman, the dude could have won in and beat Seth. He could have had a title reign. Everybody would be trying to fight him and trying to beat him. And that's the problem. When y'all got this guy who's a freaking monster, and this is what I mean. And this is what I mean, guys. Like, the thing is, they had Lars Sullivan. They could have got him for Raw. SmackDown took him because they're like, yo, Raw's going to misuse him. He's a monster. We can use him for something. We can put him we can actually get Aleister Black. Get that rivalry going with NXT. Get him to go after him. Because they would have a rivalry. Then Aleister Black would come in and take Kofi's title. He would win. He would lose the Kofi. He would win. Then Aleister Black becomes WWE champion. So that would actually set everything in motion. And then he would want to take on Seth. So it would be champion versus champion, title for title. And it should be an undisputed title. So basically, both titles could be fought on SmackDown with no problem. Because that would actually bring ratings. And I could see Aleister Black coming to SmackDown. I could see it, like I said last night. I just believe in my own words, like I said. But like I said, guys, all in all, Raw was good. I just think that whole segment, I think Roman being on Raw is not really going to help the ratings. I'll give it a C plus because there are some good segments, there are some bad ones, there are some good matches, there are some bad matches, and I just feel like Raw could do better if they weren't so focused on Roman. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, peace.